Hello and welcome to iGaming Africa. This is Sigma Africa 2026. My name is Miss Betty Kithinchi. Right here with me, I am joined by, please introduce yourselves.
So my name is Feron Somiah. I'm the commercial director for Kiron Interactive.
My name is Patrick Erickson. I'm the head of marketing at Kiron.
Now, Kiron has built a very good reputation globally in terms of sports and games. What is that thing that differentiates you from your competitors?
I would say virtual always has its place in any sports book or any operator. And I think what differentiates us is our ability to provide leading games globally. And I mean, our games are some of the most popular globally. Our games are innovative. The fact that we have our own studio gives us an edge in the market. And that's key for us.
All right, so let's talk about the collaboration that you have with iGaming Africa. What does it mean to you, especially when it comes to the growth of African markets?
I'll take this one. Well, we're an African business. We're based in Johannesburg primarily. We do a lot of our business throughout Africa, and I think it's important for us to be included in the community in Africa and showing up to these events and being online, doing the podcasts, writing the articles, having an opinion on the industry and the market, and putting our products in front of our key customers and supporting them on getting the most from our products where possible. And at events like iGaming Africa and online, it's where those conversations are happening.
And how is it going so far?
Great. It's a good relationship. We've enjoyed it thus far. It's a lot of good traction online. We've enjoyed it.
Now let's talk about virtual sports and the traditional that we had before. How do the virtual sports complement the traditional sportsbook offerings, and especially in markets where live sports availability can fluctuate?
I think what's key for us is that in markets where live sports dominate, those live sports, depending on consistency to be available, depending on match schedules, the virtuals offer you consistency. Virtuals are always there, always on. We offer the best margins, we offer the best games, and I think it bridges the gap for any sort of operator or even player, so that when those schedules are impacted by the leagues going off season, etc., our games are always available. And I think what's key, not only talking about the sportsbook side of things, for the casino lobbies and the online side of things, our games are the perfect bridge for both. It's the perfect bridge for a sportsbook player to play our virtuals and hopefully get them into the casino side of games, and also makes the change or the transition from your traditional instant game player moving into sportsbook less intimidating, because now you're not betting on a real game that's happening in front of you. You're playing on a virtual game. So it gives you more confidence that maybe you can make a mistake without it being too detrimental to your wallet.
Okay. Oh, okay. I like the confidence aspect. Now, from a commercial perspective, what should operators understand about the revenue potential in virtual games?
I think margin is probably one of the most important items. Margin and obviously stability are the games, but I think if I talk about margin, it's one of the core items that gives our games an edge, and ultimately that is probably one of the most important factors.
Now let's look ahead. What innovations in the virtual games should the African markets be looking forward to?
Well, I mean, every market in Africa is different. You need different games for different players, different connectivity, different retail environments. So we're making sure that there is a game for every player, and there's a game for every operator too. So our games have been traditionally scheduled, so there's a horse race in 3 minutes, or there's an Arsenal versus Chelsea coming up in 2 minutes. We're exploring a lot more of on-demand, so instead of scheduled, our players can choose which two teams they want to have play against each other in, say, football. It produces odds, and they can decide what kind of payout they want on their terms. So there's a really exciting on-demand area that we're exploring, and also a lot of light products too. Again, your full streaming products might not work in all places in Africa. So we've got a lot of products that work with maybe without streaming, limited connectivity, maybe even limited devices. So there's a lot of innovation in that space that we're really excited about.
Now, talking about exploring markets, IGA Summit is coming up in Nairobi, courtesy of iGaming Africa. And we know Nairobi is an innovation hub. What impact are you guys looking at creating in this summit?
Well, I mean, there's only so much you can do online, on LinkedIn, and on the phone. You need to meet your customers in person, and that's where they'll all be. So we'll be sure to be there too.
Oh, absolutely. We are looking forward to hosting you in Nairobi. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. That was the Kiron team right here at iGaming Africa for the Sigma Africa 2026. Thank you for watching.